Welcome to Bobby Does Recaps. This is The Night Agent, Season 2. We open in Bangkok, Thailand, with Peter undercover alongside his partner and mentor, Alice, a seasoned pro with a no BS mission comes first attitude. They're tracking Warren Stalker, a disgraced CIA asset suspected of selling top secret files regarding a covert program called Foxglove. Warren hands off a thumb drive via dead drop. Peter follows, but the mission descends into chaos. Their covers are blown, and as assassins swarm their extraction point, Alice is executed. Peter takes a bullet himself as he makes a desperate leap into the river to evade capture. Fast forward 1 month, and Peter's gone rogue, convinced there's a mole within Night Action. This sounds a little bit familiar. He's hiding out in New York City, posing as a basketball coach for Warren's estranged son in attempts to draw Warren out of hiding. Meanwhile, over in Cali, Rose, now a tech whiz at Adverse Security, gets a cryptic call indicating Peter's in danger. She's still tight with President Travers, so she calls up her personal cell. Night Action boss Catherine Weaver, a tough-as-nails operator haunted by her own past, is sent to tell Rose to back off for now. They have it handled. Rose is like, yeah, sure. Using Adverse Security's facial recognition software, Rose flags Peter at a New York clinic and races to the city, arriving just in time to disrupt his high-stakes confrontation with Warren. But the reunion's cut short by gunfire from the same bald assassin who iced Alice, forcing them to run. Flashback 9 months. Peter first meets Catherine in Thailand. She's skeptical of his fast-track promotion from the president and pairs him with Alice, who makes him ditch his old life, including Rose, for Operation Security. Back to the present, Peter and Rose evade the hit squad, hole up at his apartment, and trace Warren to a private airfield on Long Island where he's snatching Ethan and preparing to flee. Peter overpowers him, while Rose pulls the kid to safety. Enter Noor Tahiri, a resourceful aide at the Iranian mission, doubling as a CIA asset. She's trading sensitive drone intelligence for a shot at asylum for her family. But her handler is turning up the heat, pressuring her for more if she wants asylum. Peter hauls Warren to a warehouse for interrogation. But no torture necessary. Warren starts spilling the beans right away. He's selling details on defunct Black Ops program Foxglove. Before he can continue, a sniper takes him out mid-sentence, but Peter grabs his ringing phone. It's the buyer offering a shady deal. Peter rejects the offer and escapes via the rooftop while remotely guiding Rose through a gauntlet of assassins. Cornered, Rose stabs the bald assassin right before Catherine suddenly appears to secure her. They ID him as Solomon Vega, an ex-Marine listed as dead. Over at the Iranian mission, Noor's desperate, plants an AirTag on Ambassador Abbas, tails him to a meet with Solomon handing over a briefcase and snaps pics of him, leading to Peter taking over as Noor's handler. Meanwhile, enter Tomas Bala, son of jailed war criminal Victor Bala, a manipulative monster pulling strings from prison, and his hot-headed cousin Marcus, who's all about violence. Marcus and his crew hijack a transport truck carrying KX Chemical, a deadly nerve agent tied to the Foxglove scandal. In attempts to find out what's in the ambassador's briefcase, Peter and Rose crash a gala at the Iranian mission. Peter as a caterer, Rose as Swiss diplomat Emil Geiger's +1. Rose fakes choking to distract security while Noor lifts the essential keycard. While Rose photographs the briefcase documents with Noor's phone, Peter gets nabbed by security and fights his way out. After the chaos, Catherine finally spills the beans. Foxglove is a rogue Pentagon project designed to create synthetic chemical weapons, specifically KX-7 nerve agent. Holding the mission's only leverage on her device, Noor stalls the investigation, demanding a high-risk extraction of her mother and brother from Iran before she surrenders the evidence. Enter Sami Sadi, ex-Delta Force night agent, tasked with grabbing Noor's mom, Atiza, and brother, Farhad. The mission tanks at the starting line when Farhad, blindsided by the extraction, freaks out and refuses to leave his home. Peter manages to talk him down, convincing him to trust Sami to keep Noor safe. During the extraction, Iranian police pull them over. A shootout erupts. Farhad grabs a gun and fires at Sami. He instinctively fires back, killing Farhad. Peter makes a gut-wrenching call and lies to Noor that her family is safe to get her to hand over the photos. Meanwhile, Solomon and his boss, Jacob Monroe, a slick intelligence broker, identify Peter as the Marine One hero from Camp David. Over at a prison in The Hague, Victor tells Tomas the real play. The mission was never about exposing the hypocrisy, but all about launching a devastating chemical attack on American soil to settle the score. Catherine enlists French operative Jacqueline Laurent to bait Solomon into a trap, but he anticipates the move and executes Jacqueline. Rose realizes their secure comms are hacked and guides Peter via phone to stealthily capture Solomon. Rose tracks down Dr. Wilfred Cole, a lead scientist from the Foxglove program. He delivers a chilling confirmation. The terrorists must be actively brewing the KX-7 blister agent, and because the U.S. never finished the R&D, there's no known antidote. The meeting's cut short when the Bala cousins ambush and kidnap them to force the scientists into finishing the chemical compound. After receiving a distress signal from Rose, Peter realizes the official channels are too slow. In a desperate move, he breaks Solomon out of custody, intending to use him to set up a meet with Monroe. Meanwhile, Noor finds out Peter lied to her after getting cornered by Javad, the Iranian mission's ruthless security chief. With her back against the wall, she offers to deliver Peter to save her own skin. Peter meets Monroe, where he offers a way to save Rose, but the price is high. Peter must infiltrate the UN archives to retrieve a classified document that proves the U.S. illegally sold chemical weapons to Victor Bala. Peter seeks help from Noor to infiltrate the UN, but she's lured him into an ambush. He turns the tables by verifying her mother's safety via a secure call. However, Javad and his team descend on Peter, igniting a vicious street-to-subway brawl that only ends when Peter narrowly escapes on a departing train. Noor breaks free and immediately targets Ambassador Abbas. Leveraging her knowledge of his defected daughter, she blackmails him into granting her the head start she needs to vanish. Catherine tracks down Peter, but he disarms and locks her in a bathroom to buy more time. Back with the Bala family, infighting reaches a lethal boiling point. Marcus locks Tomas in a refrigeration unit with a cracked K7 vial, forcing his cousin into a slow, agonizing death. With the opposition removed, Marcus ruthlessly bullies Dr. Cole into mass-producing the toxin by threatening his family. Peter poses as an IT technician to bypass UN security and swipe the classified file from the archives. Noor is almost captured by Javad, but outmaneuvers him using a crowd as distraction, allowing Sami to help her escape. Javad returns to the mission only to find out that he's under arrest. Abbas has framed him. Solomon tries kidnapping Catherine, but she impales him in a garage. Tough way to go, yikes. Meanwhile, Rose and Dr. Cole secretly make a batch of knockout gas to facilitate their escape. Rose successfully leads Cole's family to safety, but the doctor doesn't make it. Marcus is able to escape with 15 KX-7 canisters, and he's already headed to the UN. In a coordinated strike at the UN, Peter, Catherine, and Rose successfully recover 14 canisters of the lethal KX-7. Marcus flees, but they track him to the Winfield Hotel penthouse. Peter manages to neutralize Marcus while Rose identifies the last chemical payload inside a ventilation unit. Thinking fast, she starts a fire, activating the building's emergency seals, successfully containing the KX-7. Whew. Disaster averted. Peter turns himself in and forces a clean break with Rose, insisting she forget him for her own protection. Sad, but come on, we all know Rose won't listen. Following a brief detention, Catherine sanctions Peter's off-the-books mission. He is to penetrate Monroe's organization and act as a double agent, funneling intel back to her. Okay, so remember that top-secret file that Peter stole from the UN? Well, it delivered a fatal blow to Patrick Knox's presidential campaign, unmasking his role in authorizing illegal chemical sales to Victor Bala. His immediate exit from the race hands the election to Governor Richard Hagan, effectively installing Jacob Monroe's puppet in the White House. Peter now awaits Monroe's call. The hook is set. And that's where The Night Agent Season 2 comes to an end. If you like this recap, please hit that like button and subscribe for more recaps.